Well, hello everyone. Happy New Year's. It is December 31st and I'm just out for a New Year's Eve day ride. So I'm just here at Malden Park. You can see Detroit, Michigan back in the background there. It looks like it's part of Windsor, but the Detroit River is separating us. So I'm just gonna do a little riding here and then I'm gonna head over to Black Oaks for a second and then probably head downtown, show you a little bit of the downtown area, and then find a good spot to give you guys a little update for 2022, what's happening, new equipment, stuff like that, guys. So let's go along for a little ride here. All right, guys, I have made my way from Malden Park and I am now at the Ojibwe Prairie Reserve, locally known as the Tall Grass area. I just did my last video here, you guys might remember. I'm gonna cut straight through here and go straight down that path that takes us right to actual Ojibwe Park. Take a little toot around there, and then I am going to head for downtown, let you guys get a little glimpse of downtown Windsor. It's really kind of neat because you get the Detroit perspective. It almost seems like it's part of Windsor, but it's not, and it kind of is. If you grew up here, you know what I mean. Detroit's very much a fabric of Windsor life, so you grow up across the street from the river. I'm a Detroit Red Wings fan, Pistons fan, Tigers fan, not a Lions fan though, thank God. But anyways, guys, I am going to make my way over to Ojibwe and I'll take you along for the ride. All right, guys, overcast day here, as you can see, but it's all right. We can deal with that, right? If you're wondering why I have glasses on and it's very cloudy, I have very sensitive eyes to sunlight or any light in general, really. So if I don't wear them, my eyes water and I squint a lot and then I get a headache. So I don't know if you guys can see that sign, but it does say Tallgrass Prairie Heritage Park. Hence why we all call it Tallgrass area. It is a preserve. So there are species that are endemic to only this area, or this area kind of in general. One of them is the Massasauga Rattlesnake. Very small snake. I think it only gets to be about 12 to 14 inches. It's poisonous, obviously, it's a rattlesnake. But that's why they've been struggling so hard to protect this whole area around here from development. Walmart wants to put a big box store in nearby. You know the story, it happens everywhere. So just nice to be able to get out on New Year's Eve, guys, and get out on a ride. It's not very common that I can do this. I am not a super cold winter weather rider, I do admit. It's not my thing. All right, guys, this is just one of the trails at Ojibwe. It's called Pin Oak Trail, but I'm not going to take it. I just wanted to show you. So I'm going to head over to the nature center there. So this is the little marsh over at Ojibwe. It's pretty full right now. It's usually not so high. Maybe kind of average, actually, a little bit higher. There's a bunch of turtles in here, small little bait fish. Quite a bit of activity though. Big area for red-winged blackbirds to do their nesting in the reeds here. You can get really attacked at certain times in the summer here, in the spring, sorry. So yeah, nice spot. So yeah, guys, there's just a lot of old growth here. These are some huge black oaks that grow in this area. So it's called a black oak savanna. It's really nice in the summertime. You can really get a good feel for it, but you can actually get a good look at how big some of these trees are. Some of these black oaks. A lot of them are falling though as they get bigger. We have somewhat sandy soil here, being close to the river. Yeah, beautiful area. So I'm just going to find a place to sit down and do a little squawking about the plans for 2020, some equipment and stuff like that. So get back to you in a second. Jumped off the trail here a bit. There's a little trail worn in here, but they've closed it for regeneration, but I come back here frequently. I'm very careful with this stuff. Part of it is because the trees are always falling here, is that they're trying to keep people out of here. So you can see this big black oak that went down. Here's the root ball from the underside. You can see how sandy that soil in there looks. I'm hoping you can see that. But it's all part of the natural cycle in here, right? Just the soil it is. You can see a lot of the trees are just leaning. Here's the rest of it. Often when they come down, they'll take down other trees with them. Very cool though, you can hear the birds. All right, so I'm just gonna basically use this GoPro selfie stick and kind of just give you a quick rundown of what I'm gonna be doing for the 2022 season, some new bags I'm hoping to get, stuff like that. So let's get into her. All right, guys, so for 2022, it's gonna be much of the same. I am gonna be riding pretty much all summer, but through the channel, I've been really fortunate to make some really good friends through my channel, meeting other people with channels. People message me about different things about touring. And I met a good friend named Andy. So I met Andy through my channel. And Andy and I are going to be touring Ontario starting at the end of May, beginning of June. I'm not going to put the route up yet because we're still finalizing some things. And the route will be kind of fluid as we travel, so it may change. So I'm thinking I will probably just put the route up as we go. I'm going to try and be better with providing my routes. It's just not something I'm familiar with, but I am more familiar with the Ride with GPS app now, and I have been looking at all trails, so I got a couple resources in that regard. So we're gonna head out, Andy and I are gonna head out at the beginning of June, and we are going to tour basically Ontario. The first 2 weeks should keep us exclusively in Ontario. And then after that, we should start going over into Quebec. It looks like we will be doing the Petite Train du Nord rail trail again. So that's a huge bonus. Andy and I are gonna try and camp the whole thing if we can. We're gonna try and hit those really cool camping areas where they've made the tent platforms, the fire pits, supply firewood. So we're gonna shoot for those when we're on that section of trail. So I'm really looking forward to getting back there and doing it with somebody else and camping instead of staying in hostels and stuff like that. Definitely be cheaper, that's for sure, and I think it'll make for a better experience. So hopefully the weather's good when we go through there. And then after that, we'll keep going through Quebec, come back into Ontario, and then we're gonna cut through Algonquin Park on the Highway 60, but we're gonna stay in Algonquin Park for probably about 3 days. We're gonna do the rail trail there and just kind of take our time and do some camping in Algonquin Park. If you're not familiar with Algonquin Park, definitely check it out. You know, Google it, go on YouTube. There's tons of good videos. Truly, it's a canoeer's paradise. That is the best way to see it. And I am going to try and do that, guys. I know I've been blabbing away about that for a long time. It's just hard to make happen because I don't have a vehicle right now. So when I get the van that I've also been talking a lot about, I am going to be doing a lot of canoeing, hiking, and still cycling, of course. So I'm going to be heading out for Andy's probably mid-May. Go there. We don't really know each other in person that well. So go up there, get to know each other, finalize plans, get all the equipment together, and then we'll head out probably the end of May-ish. So that's kind of the loose plans for now. It's looking to be a really good season though, guys. One of the big things I've been wanting to talk about, and there's no final plans or anything, is a fellow I met, JP. He has a YouTube channel called Biking 360. Go over and check it out, guys. He's in Thailand, so really cool content from another country. And he's a super good guy. He gives some good reviews on equipment and all that. So Biking 360, I'll put a link in the description as well. So what I was getting at with that is that he lives in Thailand, and I'm hoping that maybe I can go to Thailand in the fall. I'm really gonna make a concerted effort to make this happen, guys. So stay tuned on that one. Not positive yet, but if I do go to Thailand, then I will put off the van thing until next spring, spring of 2023. So, and then as far as new equipment goes, I'm going to be adding some new bags to the mix. I have already ordered the Ortlieb fork pack. It is en route, in transit, so I should get that in a couple days. I'll go over that more in detail. They're a quick release bag that go right on the fork with a quick release mount. I will be go over in that more detail in the future. I am also going to get an Ortlieb trunk bag to go on top of the rack. And if I can, if the budget allows, I am going to get the Ortlieb bike packer panniers, rear panniers. Instead of roll down, they are a lid closure, and you can get more stuff in it, and it's just way quicker to get in and out of your rear panniers, which you do probably 10-15 times a day sometimes. So if I can afford it, I'll get them. If not, there's nothing wrong with the roll top, but I would really like to get the bike packer panniers from Ortlieb. So that's kind of on the radar. I got a new handlebar bag here to replace the old Jones one. So for reference, I had the Jones bag that fits in the handlebar, and the zipper failed, but it failed about 2 weeks after I was done my trip. I contacted Jones and they sent me this bag, no questions asked, upgraded and everything. So really good company to work with. It happened pretty quickly too. I did not have to send the old bag back. If I wanted to, I guess I could repair the zipper. I don't think I'll go to that extent. Do like the new bag. It opens from the side instead of the top. So when it is raining out, it's a little easier to keep your things dry if you have to open it. And on the old one, I noticed water would pool on the top. So when you would open it, even if you wiped it off, you would still had water kind of get in there. And when your phone's in there, you don't really want that. They are somewhat waterproof, but so yeah, so I will be doing some updates on the bags when I get them. I'll kind of do a, first impressions video, and then I'll review them as I go. I'm on my way to the bike shop, as I said. After this, I am going to be picking up a pair of new shoes. I'm pretty excited about this. I've always ridden traditional style shoes like that, more kind of a road style shoe where they put what they consider to be a sturdier sole for people that are walking around bike packing. But these Bontrager Forays, I went through 2 pairs on my cross Canada trip, so I'll get into that later with the review of the shoes. But my new shoes will be the 510 Kestrels with the boa closure. Very good shoe, I'm hoping, like really rugged. So again, I'll be doing first impressions of those and then reviews of that as I go as well. So all right guys, so there's also going to be some new recording equipment for next year too. There is a GoPro Hero 10 that's going to be in the mix. I am going to be replacing my drone, so I'll have the drone again. And if anything else, if I can afford it, I would really like to get the new DJI wireless mic to help improve my audio. That is one thing that I notice has suffered quite a bit. And it's not just because of my inability to edit properly, it's also just the limitations with the GoPro. I bought a Rode mic, but I kind of dipped it in some water and was having some issues with it. It seems to have fixed itself, maybe dried out, I'm not sure. So anyways guys, like I said, I was going to do this downtown, but it probably will be busy downtown now that it's a little warmer out today and it's New Year's Eve. So anyways guys, anybody that's been along with me for the whole year and is subscribed, I really appreciate it. I cannot tell you how much it means to me. I'm so close to 1,000 subscribers right now. It's not even funny. So if you know anybody that you think might be interested in this, I literally need, last time I looked, 25 subscribers, guys. I have the hours, I just need the subscribers. So if you know anybody that you think might be interested in my content and they might want to subscribe, let them know. Let them check it out. And if they want to subscribe, I'd really appreciate it. But like I said, to you guys that have been along for the whole ride, the people that comment all the time, JP at Biking 360, like I mentioned, I'm going to mess her name up. I'm going to put it on the bottom, Avnishka, but I'll put it on the bottom. She has a YouTube channel called Wheels on a Bike. And I'm very sorry for not getting your name right. It's such a beautiful name, but it's very unique, so I'm not familiar with it. But yeah, check out her channel. There'll be a link in the description as well. She's been really good about commenting on my videos and just being involved. So if you want to check out a really cool video from a different perspective, go check her stuff out. You'll really enjoy it. So, but yeah, and to all my family and friends that came along for the ride and participated in this and supported me in any way, I love you guys and I really appreciate everything you've done for me. So anyways, guys, let's try and make 22 So anyways, guys, let's try and make 2022 a spectacular year. If you got plans, get out there and do them. Don't put them off. Like, you never know, right, guys? Look what's happening in the world. So if you got stuff to do it and enjoy it, guys. So anyways, guys, I'll see you guys in 2022. And thanks for coming along for the ride in 2021. Cheers.